we're slowly catching up on all the past June releases because I do have things to say about those albums, and I'm just not sure that I will have enough time in summer missed reviews videos to talk about all of it. So let's just get it on with, okay? Starting off with LJ's new album Relaxer, which came out in the beginning of this month. Man, it feels so bad for LJ, actually, because it seems like they have to deal with so much backlash, hate, and mockery. And honestly, don't think they deserve it. They're a great band, they're a good band, they are a unique band, they're a weird band, but in a good sense. They're probably not taking that all too serious though, and don't really give a fuck, especially after that ending on one of the tracks from this album where they actually just repeated it like a fucking mantra or something. But anyway, people should just chill, and that is what the band actually suggests on this album, because most of it is indeed quite relaxing and soothing. What I envision with this release is this book of postmodern tales inspired by medieval stories, wasted punk, cliche, partying, love, memories, heartbreaks, sex, all those things. It's postmodern to me in a way where it could be quite a hard listen, taking in consideration that one of its intent was probably to relax you, but I'm not sure. This album requires patience, open-mindedness, and just too much work from the listener. There are days when I try to listen to this album and I just find some of the tracks incredibly annoying because the pacing is too slow or there's too much of a mumble. Reasons could be different. But there are also days when I sit and listen to the whole thing and start to understand it more. Maybe it's just not a release for our flashy, fast-paced, clip-minding, consuming generation. Again, I'm not sure. The question remains though, who is the audience of this release then? I think the best answer to this would be probably LJ themselves, because it seems like they're in the state of mind, in the path of their career, of just doing whatever they want and experiment as much as they like. So they drop all the intros, all the interludes, they make this really short, in-your-face, 8 tracks long record, and I can imagine them being the proudest of what they've ended up with. I fully appreciate and support the experimentation always, but I'm not entirely sure that I'm okay with this, with Relaxer. Some of the things that they've ended up with on this release doesn't really work for me, and apparently for some other people too. I do really enjoy the camping surrealness of the opening track. It's beautifully built up, it has its own very quiet, nice moments. Overall, the track is very visions and senses bringing, and oh boy, that Ellie Rosewell cameo, fucking brilliant. This part is my absolutely favorite, both musically and lyrically. Other lyrics though, even if we're gonna talk about the whole album, there are moments which are really cringe worthy, though I do feel like it's always has been the case with LJ and kind of became, at this point, kind of like a part of their uniqueness. And some of the lines on In Cold Blood track and the overall classic sound, LJ sound, on there, that is what gives me the, oh yeah, I'm definitely listening to that weird sounding pastoral indie rock band who won a Mercury some time ago feelings. All the inconsistency of Relaxer and all the try-hardness of the band to sound as different on each track as possible, it still can't hide the awkwardness of some of the lyrics. The very much LJ classic vocal delivery, both from Joe and Gus. And this is the most LJ this band could sound right now vibe. In Cold Blood is indeed the most old school, energetic LJ you could find on this release. There's also the most old school ballady LJ within the ending of the record, which to me, for my taste, still sounds lacking and just kind of too mellow. Though I can understand and can see why people like those tracks. For me, personally, I think my favorite part from there is Marika Hackman's feet. It's beautiful, it's very cute. Hit Me Like That Snare track. Perhaps the worst thing that has happened with LJ since that parody viral video. Even though we all know that LJ loves the fuck out of this parody themselves. They even put the screenshot from that video as their profile picture or something. So like, it means something. Those two boys from YouTube, they're special human beings and are potentially really good musicians. It seems to me like people hate everything about it, and to be honest, when I didn't know the lyrics, because I admit it was quite hard to understand all the lyrics while listening to the track for like few first times. Back then I was actually super fine with that out of nowhere swagger attitude and this confident rock vibe, but fuck, those lyrics are really unsettling and really awkward. Track I do not like on the record at all is House of the Rising Sun. There's nothing particularly outstanding on that track, maybe, except the fact that they've changed some of the lyrics to make it more personal, to make it more context-putting, I guess. And also that it sounds quite cinematic and very end titles worthy. But you know, it doesn't help it. It's still a very boring, unnecessary track. Track I do like on the record is DEADCRUSH. I think it sounds really good. I like the darker sexual groove of it with sudden flute and funky falsetto in the chorus. I think it does go back a little bit to their older material as well, maybe like Breeze Blocks, but it still feels different enough, so it's all good. ADELINE is also absolutely beautiful, very soulful, very quiet, very fragile and stripped. I love the instrumental, love Joe's vocals here, love the build-up, love the strings, the strange, hypnotic, witchcraft, shamanic ending. It is incredible. Those are the ballads I feel like LJ should focus on in the future for some beautiful singles to come out. But those few tracks that I enjoy doesn't really make me to come back to Relaxer more, because exactly half of the album I just find dull. And when I do sit through and do listen to the lyrics, to all the lyrics, now I know all the lyrics, I just mostly end up questioning and trying to understand what is the metaphor and why is it funny. But nevertheless, I do have a strong feeling that LJ are going in the right direction. It's just that they're in the very beginning of it and are very confused by what's going on and how to transfer everything from their minds to their art. What are your thoughts on this release? What are your favorite tracks? What do you think about that cover track in the middle of the album? And what do you think future holds for LJ as a band? But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and to share it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more from us. We do quite a lot of videos, we try. New music mix is coming very soon, as well as all other videos we are planning to do. We hope you have an amazing summer day and are feeling great. All the love from my house to yours. Peace out.